G'day everybody, this is Mr. Oz Video 1985 here with a brand new video, and this is a video response, my first video response to a fellow YouTuber called moviewhomania, aka known as Jacob Taylor. He just recently did a video on his three favourite William Hartnell stories from Doctor Who, so I've decided to do this little video in response to his ones he picked, and I'll show you my three kind of favourite ones. The first one he picked was the Web Planet. This of course stars William Hartnell as the first Doctor, and basically this is a story about the TARDIS instead of course selling Dr. Ian and Barbara and Vicky on the mysterious alien world of the forts, and arrange a battle between a moth-like like butterfly kind of creatures and a giant insects. Now, of course, a lot of people don't like the story, especially the costumes of these fellows. But you know, I would have to say I enjoy this story very much. You know, it's not you know, a lot of people say about the storyline, about things like that. But I enjoyed this one. You know, especially the costume. Yes, the costumes are silly, but we have to understand that money was tight, you know, and the special effects of Doctor Who, especially the classic series versus the new series, is totally different. You would say, of course, you know, this was done in '65, and you know, just taken off, of course, a little bit with Star Trek, the original series. Of course, their special effects are more than, or looks better than Doctor Who's special effects, but that's just the time and it was the money. But yes, I enjoy this story very much. Yes, it's silly, yes, it's all that, but I enjoyed it, especially the giant ants. So a very good pick. And another one he picked was the War Machine. Now I enjoyed the War Machine very much, especially in one part of the story when this machine is because the Doctor and his companions arrive in London in 1966 when the Doctor and Dodo visits a recently opened post office tower. At the top they discover a brilliant new program solving supercomputer called Real Operation Norton. So yes, this one of course introduces this computer society should rule the world. Doctor N is only who can stop this rampaging war machine. Especially one of the machines says Doctor Who is required. So I enjoy the War Machine very much. Very good story. And another one is the Unearthly Child is another one he picked. A very good story. I've seen the because they did two takes of the first episode of one. One is a bit different from the other. Of course, you know, it's just a great start off. You know, first ever Doctor Who's story. You know, and the first time you see the TARDIS taken off and things like that, and you know what the TARDIS stands for: time, relevant dimension, and space. So yes, of course, the classic series of Doctor Who, as I said, is totally different from the new series. Because the classic series you had one 25-minute whatever story episode every single week, and if you sometimes there's a 4-part, 6 parts, and if you miss 1 or 2 parts, you're totally confused on what happens to the rest. Especially in the first two Doctors. Of course, first 2 Doctors were also there. A lot of their episodes are missing, lost in time, as such. But yes, I'm eventually going to get the audio. I do have the audio of the second Doctor stories, which I will show you in a end of the month Doctor Who overview when I my Doctor Who stuff. I got this mother got quite a few stuff. So great picks. I enjoy all these ones. Very good ones. Yes. I decided to show I enjoy these ones. I've also talked about a couple of my other favourite ones I like. One is the Sensorites. Because there's with the first Doctor, Susan, Ian, and Barbara. And basically, this Doctor and his companions land on a spaceship orbiting a distant and mysterious world when human crew is frozen somewhere between life and death. The planet is the Sphere, home of the Sensorites. Of course, we realise that the Sensorites are also in the same kind of area that the Ood is in. Those creatures with those things in their hand. So yes, I enjoy this one very much, especially I think it was right at the end when the Doctor says to Ian, Barbara, and is Susan that it's all started out as a curiosity in a junkyard. Now it's turned to a great spirit of adventure, saying it all started off by Ian and Barbara worry about Susan going to go to the junkyard, and that adventure began. So yes, I enjoy the Sensorites. Another kind of people have mixed reviews of is the Gunfighters. Of course, this had Stephen and we had Stephen. I can't remember the other ones, but when Tombstone, Arizona, 1881, air is filled with sounds of shooting, cursing, and toe tapping, knocking out of the last chance saloon. And there's sometimes something less familiar. Doctor as and his companions aren't the only newcomers to town. So it's all around the Doc Holloway and all this. Yes, I enjoy this one very much. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the the melodies at the end of each of the scenes. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy this one. So that's the Gunfighters. And my last one is the one that actually my first William Howe story I got on DVD, which was the Keys to Marriages. And basically, this one is when they land on a remote island in a glass by a sea of acid. There's a machine that could remove evil from the minds of the entire population. The constellation of marriages. So basically, the Doctor and his companions have to go to different places on the planet to find these different keys. And the funny thing about it is, I think it's the 1 or 2 episodes that you don't see the Doctor at all. So I think I read somewhere that he was actually on holidays at the time. So yes, the Keys to Marriages. I enjoyed my first William Howdown story. Watched on DVD. I do remember watching the first story I know for child back in 2003 when the ABC in Australia shown it must have been its 40th anniversary showing the classic era. So yes, that is Keys Marriages. So just to recap, my favourite ones are the Keys Marriages, the Gunfighters, and the Sensorites. So yes, I hope you enjoy my picks. I enjoyed your picks, those fantastic picks. So yes, I hope you enjoy this video response, and whoever else watches this video, please leave a comment underneath. What's your favourite William Howdown stories? You can say anything underneath. And yes, until next time, thank you for watching. Bye for now, not forever. Catch you next time.